Welcome to Vision Academy. In this video, I am going to help you with how to formulate formula for multiple correlation in case of coefficient of correlation, in case of total correlation. I am making a separate video for formulation of formula because you need to pay a special attention to formulate formula in the case of multiple correlation, especially while you are finding R 1.23, R 2.13, R 3.13 and R 1213 and 23. Why? Because since it is unable to remain reminded all this formula, you need to follow a logic to formulate this formula. So kindly watch this video before you solve the multiple correlation problem. In multiple correlation, we do have to find multiple correlation of coefficients. So we have three options for multiple correlation coefficient. One is R 1.23, second one is R 2.13, third one is R 3.13. Finally, you need to obtain these three multiple correlation coefficient result. So these are the available three options. Let us understand what is R 1.23. In case of R 1.23, and there is one more thing called partial correlation. We need to differentiate between partial correlation and multiple correlation. In case of multiple correlation, we use big R, here big R and 1.23. So here we consider only one dependent variable. So two independent variables are going to affect this one dependent variable. This is a perfect example for multiple correlation, and again I will tell you it will be a capital R and there will be only one independent variable, dependent variable, two independent variables we consider for the study. So in case of partial correlation, it will be like small r, so like 2.3. So you must be able to differentiate between multiple correlation and partial correlation. Let us understand what is R 1.23. In case of R 1.23, we study multiple impacts of second and third independent variables on first dependent variable. So here R is a, which means we can specifically say this is the case of multiple correlation, because in case of R 1.23, here one dependent variable is going to affected by two independent variable. So let's go for second one, that R 2.13. So in case of R 2.13, 2 will be dependent variable and 1 and 3 will be independent variable. In case of R 2.13, we study multiple impacts of first and third independent variables on the second dependent variable. So and the same thing in case of R 3.13. So here 3 is a dependent variable, 1, 2 is a independent variable. In case of R 3.13, we study the multiple impacts of first and second independent variables on third dependent variable. So if you want to calculate multiple correlation, you need to obtain values of R 1.23, values of R 2.13 and 3.12. Then let us see formula for calculating to obtain the result of R 1.23 and other things. So this is the formula for coefficient of multiple correlation. Firstly, let me consider R 1.23. So which means I told you here, 1 is dependent variable, 2 and 3 is a independent variable. We study multiple impacts of second and third independent variable and first dependent variable in case of R 1.23. So formula we use here for this is, so this is a formula R 1.23 in the square root R12, which means R square 12 plus R square 13 minus 2 into R12 into R13 into R23 divided by, the whole thing is divided by 1 minus R square 23. So here R 1.23 is a multiple correlation coefficient And here we have R12, R13 and R3. Those three values are very important. What is that R12, R13 and R23? R12 is the total correlation coefficient between variable x1 and x2. So R1 means x1. 1 here, 1 is x1, 2 is x2. So here total correlation between x1 and x2, and in the same way R23 means total correlation between x2 and x3, and in case of R13 total correlation between x1 and x3. So very importantly, we need to understand one thing here, how to understand this formula. That is very important. You need to observe here R1.23 and keenly just look in the square root that R1, first two elements are 1, 2. So R12, and next elements here I will consider this, then R13. Firstly I consider first two elements, that R12, and for second calculation I consider first and third element. So R12, R13, and again minus, it will be repeated same thing. So minus 2, again R12, again I will consider R12 first, then R13. Again what I considered here, the same thing will be repeated here. And lastly, so I will consider only independent variable, so that is R23, and in the denominator independent variables only, so that is R square 23. So which means in the R square 12 and R square 13 we will consider one dependent variable and one independent variable. You can take vice versa. Firstly you can take R13, thereafter you can take R12. It does not matter. So R square 12, which means one dependent variable and one independent variable, plus R square 13 means one dependent variable and other remaining independent variable, minus same thing R12, R13, and in the lastly which will be multiplied by R23. 23 means only independent variable, and in the denominator also only independent variable. This is very easy to understand if you are sufficient enough to understand this. So otherwise you have to worry about to retain the formula in your mind. So that is why you need to concentrate on the logic that you use here. So here we understand the formula of R1.23. Now let us consider second coefficient of multiple correlation coefficient, that is R2.13. Once you understand this formula, same thing can be replaced in R2.13 and R3.12 also. So as I told you already, in case of R2.13, 2 is a dependent variable and 13 is an independent variable. So we study multiple impacts of first and third independent variable on second dependent variable. So let us understand what is the formula we use here. Here again we can apply the logic. So R2.13, as I told you, firstly I will consider two elements, that 2.21, here R square 21, and again I will consider first and last element, that is R23, and same thing here R21, R23, and again independent variable only 13. So after dot you will consider, and here also independent variable. There is a very similarity between R1.23 and R2.13. Similarity in the sense in the logic that we use to formulate this formula. Okay, so here R square 21 means one dependent variable and one independent variable, and R square 23 means other remaining independent variable and same dependent variable, and these two elements will be repeated here, 2 into R21, R23, and in the lastly R13, and same thing is used in denominator, R square 13. The only difference to R13 in the numerator and R square 3 in the denominator is we have used square in case of denominator. So again R2.13 means which is a multiple correlation coefficient, and as I told you already, R13 is the total correlation coefficient between R1, X1 and X3, and R12 means, as I told you, same thing, the total correlation coefficient between X1 and X2. R23 means total correlation coefficient between X2 and X3. So let us consider last formula, that is R3.12. Here we consider dependent variable as 3 and 12 as independent variable. Let us see if the formula. The formula again, this is very easy. That's what logic we apply to formulate formula in case of R1.23 and R2.13. The same thing will be applicable here, that is R3.12, and firstly I will consider R31 here, 1331 both are same, and secondly I will consider first and last element, so that R32 and minus 2 R31 32, here same thing we repeat it again, and last two independent variable 1 2, here R12, and again same R12 square, 1 minus R12 square, and remaining values are same for here also. So please concentrate on how to formulate formula logically, very logically, otherwise you will be in trouble. And one more thing, we are using something like R1.23. imagine in case of multiple correlation and coefficient, we are having 1 2 3, which means more than 3 variables, and I told you in case of how to formulate that 3 option here. Firstly, let us take all the 3 elements. As in the case of multiple correlation, we use one dependent variable, so that is R1 point, and others 2 are independent variable. I will use after point as 2 3 firstly. So first option is over, and I will consider second option. I am telling you how to formulate this 1 2 3 into R1.23, R2.13 and R3.13. So again for second, we have considered 1 already as a dependent variable. Now we have to change that combination, and a second element is 2. I will consider dependent variable as 2 here, and remaining thing is 1 2 1 3 1 3. So second option is over, then only one option left, that is R 3.12. I will tell you how to formulate this. We have used already 1 and 2 as dependent variable, remaining thing is only 3, so R 3 point. Then how to use that 1 2? So here we have 1 2 1 2 2 1. It does not matter in case of multiple correlation and coefficient. We have 1 2. So by this way we have formulated R1.23, R2.13 and R3.12. Understanding formula is very essential in case of multiple correlation coefficient, otherwise you will be in trouble. Please pause the video and go back and listen to this formula explanation one more time. And one more thing we have to consider here, we have used this formula, and I told you to calculate R2.13 we use this formula, to calculate R1.23 we use this formula, and so on here also. But what about R21, R23 and R13? So R13, R21, 32, R12, R13, R21, like that. So to apply this formula we need this information. Those things are total correlation. So we have to consider some of the formula for that too, which means if you want to calculate multiple correlation coefficient of R1.23, for that basic elements are correlation, that R12, R13, R23. These things, finding these things are very essential. Sometimes directly they have given R12, R13, R23, then you can apply directly R1.23, R2.13 and R3.12. Otherwise from the raw data you need to calculate R12, 13 and 23. So let us understand what is the formula we use to calculate this. Firstly, R12, here R12 is equal to n number of observation, and we need to have two values for R12, that is x1 and x2. So summation x1 and x2, summation x1 into x2 minus summation x1 summation x2. This is very easy because we have calculated, we have know already how to calculate correlation. So after understanding correlation only we come to multiple correlation. This is a formula of correlation only. Okay, so 1 2 for x1 and x2 we use this formula. In the denominator, within the bracket n, in the bracket summation x square we will take that, and summation x1 whole square, and bracket close and again bracket open, n summation x2 square and x2 whole square. Here also very easy. Let me tell you, n is common and summation x1 x2, because we have to calculate the total correlation of R12. So for that we need to multiply x1 and x2, and again summation x1 separately, summation x2, and in the denominator summation x1 square we need to square the summation x1 value, then we have to take that summation, and summation x1 whole square, here we have used x1, summation x1 whole square, and the same formula of this portion is repeated here. Here we use it for x1, and same thing here we use for x2. Here n bracket summation x2 square, here x1 square, here x2 square, and minus summation x2 whole square, here minus summation x1 whole square. So the formula is very easy. Since we are dealing with x1 and x2, we have considered summation x1, summation x2, summation x1 x2, summation x1 square, summation x2 square. These 5 information and n, these 6 information are very necessary to apply here. The same logic will be repeated in case of 1 3 also. So with the slight change, the same thing will be repeated. N is common, summation x1 x2, here summation x1 x3, because we are considering x1 and x3 only here, and here we used x1, summation x1, same thing we are also using summation x1. So we will use x1, same thing, it won't replace. In case of in place of summation x2 we use summation x3, because we are dealing with x1 and x3, and in the denominator x1, this portion is common because we are dealing with x1, summation x1 square, summation x1 whole square, but here it will be changed to summation R12, because in the R12 we consider x1 and x2, that is why we have used here x2, but here in the case of R12 we are using x1 and x3, that's why we have to use here x2 x3 value, that is x3 square summation x3 whole square. Okay, we have one more option, correct, R23. Here as we explained, we consider x1 and x2, variable x1 and variable x2. Since we are using variable x1 and x2, we have to use this x2 x3. Here in case of first example we used 1 2, that is why x1 into x2, and a second example we used 1 3, that's why x1 and x3. In the third example we are dealing with x1 and x3, that is why we have to take summation x2 and x3, and here we are using x2 3, that is why summation x2 and x3. In the denominator, firstly two information, that is summation x2 square minus summation x2 whole square, and this will be repeated because in here also we are using this, that is n into summation x2 x3 square and minus summation x3 whole square. So basically these three information is much necessary to apply total correlation coefficient of R12, R13 and R23. So we have finished to explain the formula. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly watch my next video where I have solved a problem using this formula.